9 p.m. Eastern Time, 137. What does that mean? That means there's 137 days into the most important election of our lives. I call it Judgment Day, and it truly is. Stay angry. That's how we win this election. So today is Juneteenth. We will talk about that on the show. How does Donald Trump celebrating Juneteenth? Well, he's getting ready tomorrow for his big White Lives Matter rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I found this interesting. There was a woman interviewed on Fox News a short time ago, and I'll read. She said the Trump rally Saturday night is her 36th Trump rally she's attended. 36. Is there anything sadder than being a groupie for Trump rallies? I mean, how much white supremacy and lies does one person need? Well, they're out there answering that. So today is Juneteenth. We'll talk about what that means. I'm sure most of you know. Donald Trump, of course, bragged yesterday on the eve of Juneteenth that he made Juneteenth famous. He said no one knew what it was. Trump didn't know what it was. Most people knew what it was. But I will say this. In most schools, there's articles today, it's not taught. The same thing is that the Tulsa race riots, where a white supremacist mob came in 1921 and slaughtered black people in an area known as Black Wall Street, also not taught in our schools. Part of that is that in America, they don't want us to learn a lot about our dark past. So at least we've learned this much. So what's going on? We've got Donald Trump yesterday on the eve of Juneteenth. How did he celebrate it? By literally defending statues erected to celebrate white supremacists. That's right. He defended the white supremacist statues yesterday. Now he's getting ready for his rally tomorrow. And what I really wanted the media to do today on Juneteenth was press Donald Trump on his view on, does he view black lives equal to white lives? Does he value black lives the way he inordinately values white lives? And I say that because during the 2016 campaign, on several occasions on Fox News, talking to a white audience, he demeaned and attacked Black Lives Matter. He called it trouble. He said they're looking for trouble. He called them divisive. Even in the context of shooting of Philando Castillo at the time, he was blaming Black Lives Matter for tearing us apart, not the officer for killing a black man. This is who Donald Trump is. And as Senator Kamala Harris pointed out last week, Donald Trump, during this entire national discussion on black lives, has never uttered the words Black Lives Matter. So I want the media simply to ask him, do you stand by your words from the 2016 campaign where you slam Black Lives Matter as wanting trouble, as some of the people in the group are filled with hate, that they're divisive, that they're tearing us apart? Or has he... So tomorrow is Donald Trump's big rally in Tulsa. Here's the reality. There is a pandemic going on. And while Oklahoma is not the worst hit state, according to experts here, and I'll read some of the statistics, they've had a 140% increase in the state over the last month. In fact, based on the 7-day average, it is the second fastest growing state per capita in terms of new infections of COVID-19. So first of all, if you were going to have a rally there, don't you think you would do things like social distancing? But Donald Trump's not going to do social distancing. So no matter how many he gets, and if it's packed, it's 19,000 people on top of each other, Donald Trump wants every seat filled. One, for his own insecurity, but two, so it looks good on camera. And the bottom line is Donald Trump will gladly sacrifice you and your family to help his campaign. There's no disputing it. He will definitely sacrifice people on the left who are not in his base, but he will even sacrifice people in his own base. And if people get sick at this rally, and I hope they don't, but if they do get sick and they die, Donald Trump won't express anything. Maybe he'll tweet a little bit about it, but in his view, they will have died for a good cause. And that cause is Trumpism. And that's where we stand. So tonight on the show, we're going to talk about Juneteenth, what it represents, Donald Trump's way of honoring it by a weekend of white supremacy at his White Lives Matter rally tomorrow night. And I wonder how it's going to go down to remind people, because there's a lot of protesters, at least apparently interested in attending the event. We'll see how it plays out. To remind people, in March 2016, Donald Trump had a big rally planned for Chicago. A lot of protesters showed up. They had to cancel the rally. Again, not hoping for that. But Donald Trump is a squeamish person. We know that he's got his baby bunker, which he hid in the basement of the White House when there were peaceful protesters outside of the White House. Does the baby bunker travel? Anyone know? Maybe he's going to bring the baby bunker with him and hide in the basement in case people get loud upstairs. We'll see how it all plays out. So we'll talk about that and more. Again, my show is on channel 127. That's SiriusXM Progress, channel 127, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. If you don't have SiriusXM, if you go to the website, there's always things on for a free trial. Check it out. Join my show. Don't just listen to my show. Be a part of the conversation. Give us a call. Love to hear from you. Be back in a little while with my show live, SiriusXM channel 127. Thanks.